Do you want to stop wasting time in Trailmakers? Then you just might need to start building faster. So listen up. Alright, so this first tip does require a little bit of preparation before you start, but it will save you a lot of time in the long run building than if you were to not implement it. So like building with the flow can be fun sometimes if you don't really know exactly what you're building. You don't have an idea of what you're building yet. You're just kind of on Trailmakers, just kind of building. That can be fun, but if you really want to get something done fast, you're going to have to plan ahead. So basically, to plan ahead, pretty much, of course, come up with an idea of what you're going to build, and then just Google it. For my example build for this video, I decided I was going to build an F1 car as was suggested by this comment. Comment down below your suggestions for the future. Anyways, so I just went on Google, searched F1 car, Formula 1 car, looked at the images, found this one. I found another angle right here, and I just put them into a Google drawing. Then, this makes more sense to my brain. I kind of just, like, looked at the different parts of it. Really, I think honestly I probably could have looked at it a bit more, planned it a bit more in depth, but basically just generally looked at it and looked at like what parts could go where. Like right here you can put a spoiler, of course back here's a spoiler piece, and then these are like angle pieces, and I just kind of figured that out, what kind of pieces I wanted to place where. But yeah, you can obviously go a little bit more in depth with this or less in depth. You don't even have to draw the lines if you don't want to, or you can draw much better lines. But after finding and analyzing a reference image, you should be in a much better place to build your vehicle than you were before. Alright, so my second tip, if you aren't utilizing this yet in Trailmakers, you are definitely building a lot slower than you can be. In Trailmakers, we have access to a couple of building tools that can exponentially speed up your building process. The first tool is copying blocks. Make sure you are using the copy and paste feature. Obviously, if you want to like duplicate something from one place to another, use a copy and paste. You select the blocks, you copy and paste. But also, a big time saver is if you already have a certain block. Let's say you have a 1x2 block piece already on your build. Instead of going back through the menus, which sometimes take a while to go through because you forget where things are because your brain malfunctions, just click on the 1x2 block that you already have, copy it, and move it to where you need it. This will save you tons of time, trust me. The second tool is of course mirror mode. It's obviously still in beta, so sometimes it can be a little bit weird, but if it's not buggy, it is definitely very useful. It's very useful because let's say you're building a plane, that's usually symmetrical. Cars, symmetrical. Like pretty much every vehicle is gonna be symmetrical unless it's like using a motorcycle seats, because it doesn't really, I don't think it works with a 3x like in the middle. It won't work. But if you're building something that starts with a seat that is two blocks wide, 2 studs wide, definitely use mirror mode. Also, even if your build isn't going to be fully symmetrical, it will still save you time to use mirror mode in the beginning for parts that are symmetrical than not at all. So make sure you utilize mirror mode when you're able to. So my third tip is kind of about more of like the mental aspect and mindset when you are building. Being able to quickly and efficiently make executive decisions while you're building is going to be crucial to speeding up your building process. If you're too indecisive, it's going to lead to you getting just not knowing what to do and just slowing you down. I mean, if you're indecisive, you're not going to make decisions. You're not going to end up building anything. I mean, it's just going to be bad. But if you don't really know what I mean by making executive decisions, it's essentially the same as choosing which way to go when you reach a fork in the road. Do you go left or do you go right? Once you choose, you can't go back. All right, you choose left or right, you commit to it. And you basically just have to do that with confidence and just keep on going. So essentially, when applied to Trailmakers, you just need to know when do you need to scrap something, when you need to delete a block, when you need to change the direction of the build, where do you need to add something, which piece do you want to use. All of those are decisions you'll have to make during your building, and you need to be able to make them with your gut and make them fast if you want to build efficiently. Well guys, those are my 3 tips I had for you today. Please let me know in the comments if they helped you. Please like the video if this helped you. Subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure to join the Discord if you want to connect with me and our community and maybe be in some videos in the future. And with that, we'll just see you in the next one. Bye.